It is great to be here today to introduce our company, EONE-DIAGNOMICS Genome Center, short for EDGC. I'm Min-Sup Lee, a co-founder and CEO of the company. Let me start with the company introduction of the EDGC. We are focusing a new generation of medical, health, and wellness challenges with the ever-growing lifespan called Homo 100 era. The term Homo 100 era was first quoted from the UN report that many developed countries are soon entering the average lifespan expectancy close to 100 years old. Furthermore, South Korea is expected to be one of the first countries to reach the goal. However, there are more people think that Homo 100 era bring us more problem than happiness because of major concerns about the health and the disease. Therefore, we need to prepare for the next generation healthcare that are more focusing on increasing the health lifespans rather than average lifespans. How we can increase the health lifespans? The answer is in your genome. Genome is a fingerprint and master blueprint of ourselves that are written in our DNA code. We now have a technology and tools to understand the secret of the 3 billion genome code. The genome code has answer for how we look, how we behave, and how we susceptible for a certain disease and respond to a certain medication. By understanding your own genome, we can design and customize your lifestyle and manage your personalized healthcare to live healthier, longer, and happier. This effort is also being called as a precision medicine. EDGC was established as a Korean-US joint venture in year 2013 in Incheon, Songdo, with a combination expertise in advanced genome analysis and bioinformatics from US and 30 years of experience in clinical reference diagnostic laboratory operation in South Korea. We were able to offer world-class clinical and consumer genomics and molecular diagnostic services and product development to globally. 2018, EDGC was listed public company in KOSDAQ market and quoted as one of the successful international bio joint venture in South Korea. In the last 9 years of the company establishment, EDGC developed many cutting-edge technologies and precision services that were acknowledged globally. With the yielding prestigious accreditation, certification, award, and publication and patent. We have built business relationships with thousands of hospitals and clinics globally and getting foreign testing sent out samples to Korea lab. EDGC also built the largest consumer and patient genomics database in Asia by offering numerous genome testing services. The company technology platform is based on the state-of-the-art molecular testing technologies such as next-generation sequencing, also called as NGS, and microarray for genome analysis. The standard PCR-based genetic testing was the mainstream of the molecular diagnostic market in the last 30 years, as the Roche was played a major role in the business. The next generation sequencing, or NGS testing, was introduced in the last 15 years, and the genome-based high-throughput technology such as NGS and microarray becomes the mainstream of the molecular testing for both clinics and consumers. EDGC has been leading the technology innovation and application development for the genomics-based next-generation healthcare. Our core sample targeting technology lies in the analysis of cell-free DNA in the bloodstream as a non-invasive diagnosis testings. Our blood harbors a small piece of circulating DNA from almost every part of our organs and tissues that can be used to accurately measure and assess the state of our health and disease. The analysis of the cell-free DNA with the NGS can be used as a fingerprint of our health and disease. Non-invasive diagnosis technologies on circulating cell-free DNA started from our effort for prenatal testing development called NIPT. In the beginning of the company inception, we are the first company to officially develop and validate the NIPT testing in South Korea. We expanded the application to the acute rejection prediction after organ transplantation to the early screening and diagnosis of the cancers before it becomes the major problems. EDGC has developed and validated numerous genomics and genetics-based molecular testings for diagnosis and screening purposes for both clinical and consumer applications. We are the largest and the most comprehensive disease risk assessment testing offerings for prediction-based prevention medicine using global screening array under the name of Gen2Me Plus and the risk care focus. We are the second largest NIPT service providers in Asia after BGI in China. We have the most comprehensive genetic testing panels for ophthalmology as a MyEyegene and pediatric for pet care and gynecology for the mom care services. The BebAgene is the most well-recognized newborn genetic screening testing service in Asia, and we have the largest market share in South Korea as well. MyGenPlan is the first integrated metabolic syndrome analysis combining genetic and other health measurement. We also offer tele-age service with the company with MediAge for the anti-aging and health management programs. We developed over 100 other consumer DNA testing applications such as Aptitude Plus, Wine Finder, and COVID risk assessment. Our YooHoo service is the best direct-to-consumer genetic testing service offering in South Korea, with many applications for trait analysis, for health, and wellness. The compendium of the YooHoo service is an ancestry genealogy analysis that EDGC is the only company in South Korea offering as a DTC testings. Our current development effort focuses on liquid biopsy, cancer screening, and monitoring using our core cell-free DNA and NGS technologies. Our first commercial cancer liquid biopsy testing was introduced in 2019 as a OncoCatch-S service in Hong Kong. And the testing is currently in clinical validation testing with Fudan University in China. We applied the clearance of the regulatory body as an innovative new molecular testing to Korean Food and Drug Administration for OncoCatch-E testing for colon cancer. It is expected to get an approval by next year, and we are anticipating to offer the world's first FDA-approved multi-cancer genomics screening blood liquid biopsy testing service based on epigenetics. This is our team of excellence in many different fields. Our team includes world-class researchers, scientists, clinicians, and financial and operational expertise. EDGC has an excellent number of advisory and a scientific board to support company operation and development. We are also engaging multiple government-supported national research and development projects covering from liquid biopsy, COVID-19 epidemiology tracing, and well care to neuro disease. In addition, we are also involved in several foreign collaboration projects that are undergoing with joint research with the world-renowned institute and medical schools. I will first introduce our core liquid biopsy technology in oncology area. Unlike conventional tissue biopsy that is invasive and less accurate, liquid biopsy is considered as a breakthrough technology for many different applications for diagnosis, screening, monitoring, and treatment guidance. The best application for the liquid biopsy is in cancer management, and there is a big race to develop reliable cancer liquid biopsy testing using cell-free DNA, circulating tumor cells, and exosome and microRNA. EDGC Technologies focuses on detecting cancer signature from cell-free DNA and has been shown to be the great advantage over other detection technologies. Liquid biopsy is used in the entire cycle of cancer life cycles, such as early diagnosis of cancer, companion diagnostics, relapse testings, and monitoring of chemotherapy. The cancer liquid biopsy can improve the cancer treatment outcomes and dramatically reduce the cancer mortality. Liquid biopsy market in cancer is the fast-growing market in molecular diagnostic field. Compared to standard in vitro diagnostic market that has been shown about 5% compound annual growth rate, the NGS-based cancer liquid biopsy testing market is expecting to grow average 24% in the next 6 years and resulting to $200 billion market size by the year 2027. The early cancer screening and multi-cancer detection is expected to lead the older cancer liquid biopsy market growth. EDGC has been working on cancer liquid biopsy development in the last 6 years and has a great success on developing and commercializing breakthrough technology options through our entire spectrum of cancer life cycles. First, we have successfully commercialized OncoCatch-S that detect the early cancer using multi-omics analysis, including copy number variation, proteomics cancer markers, and cell-free DNA quantification method. The testing was first offered in Hong Kong, concierge medicine, and has been expanded to other Asian countries. Our majority of development and validation effort lies on multi-cancer screening from the methylation analysis for OncoCatch-E. The OncoCatch-E can accurately detect very early stage cancers with high accuracy. The test is under Korean FDA administration applications and expected to be cleared by the end of next year. The test is expected to be the first FDA-cleared methylation-based early cancer screening test in the world and will lead the globally early cancer screening market. I will introduce our non-invasive prenatal testing technology that company is currently offering testing service in major market in both Korea and Asia. Existing prenatal testing such as amniocentesis and CVS are not only potentially harm to both mother and fetus, but it is also requires to perform during the unlimited gestation period. The cost of the test is very expensive, and it often takes long time to get the testing result back. Non-invasive prenatal testing was first liquid biopsy testing service with NGS technology that was first introduced in the market by the company named Genome in San Diego, where I oversaw the test development before I started my own company, Diagnomics. NIPT was quoted as the most revolutionary molecular diagnostic testing technology after the invention of the PCR. NIPT only requires a small amount of mother's blood to accurately detect certain genomic abnormalities of the baby, such as Down syndrome, Edwards syndrome, and Patau syndromes. It can also performed anytime after gestation week of 8 and can be processed safe and quick to get the accurate result. EDGC was the first biotech company in Korea to develop and validate the NIPT testing with own bioinformatics and algorithms from the beginning of the company. We obtained US CLIA clearance and performed service using cloud-based bioinformatic pipelines to be prepared for the global test send-out services. Global non-invasive prenatal market has been grown over 14% annually since the first launching of the test in 2009. It is expected to become 8 billion market size by the year 2027. Although some of the developed countries such as Korea and Japan has been shown dropping the birth rates every year, there are more than 140 million newborn babies born globally a year. EDGC has the largest market share of NIPT testing in South Korea and showed great success of getting testing samples from other countries where the birth rate is still high. I will introduce the consumer and clinical genome analysis service using GSA and next-gen sequencing NGS. EDGC mainly uses the Illumina microarray platform for the personal genome analysis for consumer and clinical services. Genotyping microarray has been most widely used in almost all consumer genomics companies such as Ancestry and 23andMe. EDGC was one of the first 12 initial Illumina Global Screening Array called GSA consortium members to launch the largest genomics consortium effort on Earth. More than 20 million GSA analyses were performed in the last 5 years by clinics, researchers, and institutes and companies, and resulted the biggest genome data set consortium ever created. The GSA is also the main platform technology for our YooHoo and the Gene2Me services. EDGC has developed the largest number of clinical applications from the GSA chips. Babegene and Gene2Me Plus are the most widely accepted clinical testing service from the GSA analysis. We have been leading the development of a standardized genome analysis platform to backing the largest number of DNA applications to maximize the use of individual genome data for many different clinical and consumer application use. We established the largest network of clinics and hospitals for network genome analysis partnership using our DNA application sharing platforms called EONE services. EONE service is the only clinical reporting service platform using the patient's own genome data. Any network customers or patient who perform the genome testing services with EDGC can get many additional reports through the network doctors. EDGC has truly realizing the value of personal genome data storage and application services to support the next generation healthcare revolution. EDGC is the world leader in consumer genomics service provider, including direct-to-consumer genetic testing. EDGC launched the first DTC testing service, Gen2Me, in Korea after initial approval from the Korean government authorities. We offered testing and reporting in many different traits, dietary and nutrition recommendation, including genetic genealogy or ancestry testing under the name of YooHoo. YooHoo is the only comprehensive personal genome-based DTC service in Korea that can be expanded to additional reporting from a stored genome data using GSA analysis. We have multiple subsidiary or affiliated companies and institutes to promote genomics ecosystem for the next generation healthcare revolution. Recently, EDGC acquired Natural Life Nutrition, a nutritional supplement manufacturing company in Vancouver, Canada. Functional food and personalized nutritional supplement are the key to prevent disease and promote well-being of humans. We will use our expertise in genomics precision technology to develop customized and personalized functional food and supplement. EDGC also engaging global sustainability business to comply with the recent effort of ESG, environment, social governance. We co-founded NOAA Biotech to develop substitute meat technology based on genetic engineering and 3D printing technologies. We are a pioneer of make use of personal genome and health information using genome data storage and sharing platform. My Genome Box is the world's first personal genome and health data platform by sharing resources in DNA, app stores, social networking, and genome and health data storage. MediAge is company providing the solution to understand the value of biological health status that help people to increase healthy aging spans. Solgent is one of the first molecular diagnostic development and manufacturing company that is specialized in molecular and infection disease testings. EDGC is the major shareholder of the company and contribute global supply of COVID-19 diagnostic kits during the recent pandemic. EDGC has made a strategic investment to the viral cure. The company has developed multiple virus platforms for cancer therapeutics and vaccine development. EDGC recently has established a new drug development department with Ewha Women's Hospitals to expand therapeutics and biologics business in the area of cancer and neuronal disease. We are very proud to our performance in the last 9 years in Korea to build next generation healthcare ecosystem to support the genome revolution in the Homo 100 era. Thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward to building better and happier world together. Enjoy Dream in Global Community with EDGC. Thank you.